They're coming now.
Don't know now.
Oh, I can reach you.
That's very nice here. That's very good of you. Very historic occasion.
Yeah.
You know, you done a great job with that thing last Monday night.
Aye.
Yeah, you deserve great it for
It is that I think they're going to go over to the far side of the bridge. All right, we see you there.
You leave over here, Becky. Get the picture of the referee. Or you got one over there. Becky.
Aye.
Get the referee anyway.
Aye.
What have you got down here? You've got Lifford is looking out the city, isn't it? Well, you know, it's going to be killed or so, huh?
Keep it away from me.
Catherine, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I'd like to welcome everyone here on this very special occasion. I'd like to welcome especially our distinguished visitors. At the top table, we have Pat McGowan, Minister of State at the Department of Marine and Department of the Gaeltacht, Councillor Annie Courtney from Derry, Deputy Mayor of Derry City Council, Councillor John Gallagher, Deputy Mayor of Chairman of Strabane District Council, members of the Oireachtas who are not members of the Council, Mr Noel McCole, Chairman of the GAA County Board, Mr Brian McAniff, the Manager of the County Team, and the members of the team themselves. Also the Chairman and members of Donegal County Council, and the County Manager and the staff of the Council. And the purpose of the function is simply to afford a civic reception to the Manager and members of the County Team for their magnificent achievement on the 20th of September in Croke Park in achieving the All-Ireland Senior Championship final. Now I have a scroll here which the Chairman will later present, and I'll just read the text of it. It's to Anthony Molloy, Captain Anthony, Brian McConwee, banished in the Fernia, Noel McCool, Cahirlach, Las Condi, Donegal, Cum Lucas Gale, Bal, Buach, Donegal, Anthony Molloy, Team Captain, Brian McAniff, Team Manager, Noel McCool, Chairman of the Gaelic Athletic Association, members of the victorious Donegal team. Greetings, and welcoming you here to Lifford for this civic reception. The Council, on behalf of all the people of the county, salute your historic achievement in bringing the All-Ireland Football Championship to Donegal for the first time. You have brought joy and immense pride to Donegal men and women at home and abroad, and as you swept to victory, showing courage, character and skill, you set a standard for future generations to follow. Kegawal an fail amateur go for lahan secundi shaw, as jahara hishkin gur glach she Kiedis Cahar Comortis, so a referent in the Gaul, the Cree of Clayha Shinshire, the common Lucas Gale. Ak an Fiho La, the Mim Anor, Mika Nida Nokudo, Van Connolly, Fin Captain Anthony Molloy, Craven Her and Mach. The Roak Foreign Ella Awain, a Rogan Creve, Low, Eran Gia Direct, Bishan, and Foreign Altak Ella, and Doon, Mila Nikid Shakt Shaska. A special welcome to the team manager, Brian McAniff, who served the county here as councillor from 1979 to 1984. Brian has a remarkable record of being associated with all 5 Donegal Ulster Championship victories. His name will live forever as the manager of the first Donegal team to win the Sam Maguire. And aside by Paddy McGowan, Cahirlach, Seamus Dooley, Banisher Conde, and Liam Kelly, Rooney Conde, Onaduk. And if I could now call on Senator and Councillor Paddy McGowan to address the meeting.
Cahirla, Valtiro, and this to Lifford. I want to, first of all, welcome all of you who have came this evening to join with us in what I believe we can honestly describe is the most important event that has ever happened in County Donegal. I am very privileged to be the chairperson of the council, and on behalf of the members of the council, all of them are here, I would like to say first of all to the manager Brian McAniff, to the members of the team, and to the chairman of the county board, Acad Mila Falcha Inish to Lifford tonight. I believe that there is no words of mine can describe what you have achieved for our county. And tonight is a unique occasion insofar as that we have members of the cross-border group here. We have the Deputy Mayor of Derry, we have the chairperson of Staban Council, joining us in this tribute of welcome which we intend to give the players, the manager and the chairman of the county board. Now, we have a number of speakers, and rather than lecture to everybody, to keep it brief and short, I will try to do that myself for a start. Now, when we decided here as a council to hold this little reception, we were not sure how we would receive the team and what we could do for the team. So we decided that the team members, the players and the manager gave 100% to the county. And it's a great honour for us to receive you here, because you are the best in Ireland, and that is a great achievement for our county. We think it fitting that we tonight plan to present each of the players with a gold coin that will commemorate this occasion for the players, for the members of the council on whose behalf we will present the coins. That this will commemorate the most important occasion that has ever happened in our county. And we believe that to give anything other than a gold coin would not be representing the feeling and the views of the public at large in this county, because out of all measure there is every man, woman and child in County Donegal appreciate what you have done. You have lifted the morale of the people of Donegal, and you have dispensed the gloom and the doom that many of us had in our fight as public representatives from day to day. You have done more in achieving the All-Ireland final than most of us will ever succeed in our total lifetime. And I want to, on behalf of the council members, and not all of them will be able to express themselves, all of the council members would like to speak and would like to say a thank you. And I want to say on behalf of my elected members to the council, on the manager, the staff, and all of the people of Donegal that we represent, we appreciate in no small measure what you have achieved for County Donegal. I will not delay, but I want to say I will not attempt to read out the number of messages that we have received. I have fax messages and telegrams from the Tánaiste, from the Taoiseach, from several public representatives all over the country, from the Lord Mayor of Dublin, from Clare, and from numerous telephone messages that I should convey to the players in the Donegal team. And I just want to say, Acad Míle Fáilte to Lifford, thanks for a terrific job, to Brian McAniff, to the players, to Niall McCall, the members of the county board, and I want to say that we have here a number of people who are involved. Well, first of all, I think that Brian McAniff was served on the council as a member, and I think Brian hadn't the patience to stay too long with us, and he was probably right. Niall McCall is in the same boat. He served as a member of the council. And Donald Reid is an uncle JJ here who is prominently involved. Manus Boyle, man of the match, a cousin of Uncle Bernard's. And if anybody had to tell me the qualities that Manus Boyle and the other members, having worked my lifetime and very close with Bernard, I would nearly know, if there's Bernard blood in you, I would nearly know the determination that you have got. And I would attribute the McGlinchey Association to the success that you have attained in Croke Park on Sunday week. So I want to say we had Francis Cunningham, who had an association with the council, and I want to say another man that's in here, see him at the back, is Charlie Faulkner. Charlie Faulkner ran the GAA and the county council for about 20 years, and I'm very pleased to see him here tonight. And I'm very pleased to see, in addition to to the TDs that are members of the council, I want to say a very big welcome to Neil Blenny, Paddy Hart's a member of the council, Mary Coughlin's a member of the council, but most people here, the TDs and the MEP, all of them are most anxious to be here tonight. And as I say, this is a great occasion, not only for Lifford, but for County Donegal. And I therefore would like to present, on behalf of the council members, a commemorative scroll to Brian McAniff that the generations coming after him will record. This will record the appreciation of the council for many years to come. Brian, perhaps. Thanks very much for a job well done. All right. Okay. All right. Lovely. Lovely. All right. One more. All right. I would now. That's my little contribution now.
Thank you very much, Paddy. I'd now ask Mr. Seamus Dooley, Donegal County Manager, to say a few words.
Cahirlig Corla Conta Donegal, Cahirlig Costa Common Lutlas Quail Donegal, Seguini Usli Golair. It's a great honour for me as a Clareman to stand here tonight and to join in the congratulations and the tributes to the Donegal football team, its manager Brian McNiff, and to the chairman and officers of the Donegal County Board, and indeed to everybody connected with this great victory. Well done, you're all heroes. You've given this county an injection of pride, and you have set an example and an inspiration for the youngsters of this county and for the footballers of tomorrow. I hope they will follow in your footsteps. You've created a winning culture, and I hope that can be translated into the economy of this county, and that we will see jobs and an expansion of the wealth of this county following in the wake of this great triumph. Your victory will act as an inspiration, I feel, for this county in the general life. It's marvellous to go around the county at the moment and to see all the colours and the buntings and the expression of pride that exists in this county. And all that is a tribute to you, the footballers of Donegal, and what you have done. You've done an enormous amount for the image of the county, and I'm sure that will translate itself in returns in tourism, jobs, and the development of enterprise. For once, I can claim to be a step ahead of the Donegal crowd, because tonight I have the honour of joining in the welcome for Sam Og to Donegal. I have a lot of experience of welcoming the old Sam to the Kingdom of Kerry, where I served for a decade during that glorious period of Kerry football. You all remember it, and I can well remember the pride that went through that county and the dismay and disillusionment that occurred when they didn't win, Sam. Recently, my friends in Kerry have said to me, and they've remarked how in my first year here in Donegal, Donegal won its first All-Ireland. Am I all right, Brian? While I was in Kerry, they won 7 All-Irelands, and my children grew up in that marvellous environment of winning All-Irelands and seeing the Sam Maguire come back to the county, and to seeing the pride that that brought to the people and the hope that it gave them. And my sincere prayer, if I had a prayer to go from here and a wish, would be that the same will happen here in Donegal. And I hope to follow you into 7 more All-Irelands through the remainder of this decade. We have set a precedent tonight in presenting commemorative coins to honour you and to honour your achievement. If you win 7 All-Irelands, we'll have some problem in repeating that precedent. But can I say the occasion is unique also in the sense that we have here with us the representatives of Derry City and Strabane District Council, and I think that's a very interesting exercise in neighbourly cooperation and in hands across the border, and I'm very glad to see them here and to participate in the civic reception to the Donegal team. Of course, you very nearly didn't win that All-Ireland because my own native county was put out unluckily in the semi-final, and it would have made a very interesting clash if Donegal and Clare had met in the All-Ireland, but there's always next year, and even though Clare is going the hard way around it next year, we're taking on Kerry in the first round and we're taking on Cork in the second round, and we still have a Munster final to play after that. But nonetheless, we look forward to the challenge with Donegal. So, in conclusion, can I say congratulations and well done to everybody associated with this victory. And we look forward to having you back here again next year with Sam Og when we'll give you another reception to equal tonight. Caramila Margaret Golea.
Thank you, Manager. Could I now ask Councillor Colm Gallagher on behalf of the Fine Gael Party to say a few words?
Chairman, Madam Mayor, Deputy Chairman of Strabane Urban or District Council, ladies and gentlemen, Senator McGowan requested or suggested that everyone would be brief, and I intend to be so. But it is a privilege and a great honour to be here to receive civically the lads of Tyrconnell on this auspicious and very historic occasion. We were all proud of you, lads. You made the county proud. You left a sense of joy and happiness that still transgresses the hills of Donegal. We, in advance of the semi-final, we anticipated a win, and it happened. And we salute Donegal Creameries, who sponsored the team up to that stage. And indeed, on this occasion, we would like to salute McGee and Company from my home base of Donegal Town, who sponsored the team during the semi-final and final. But the buntings and the flags appeared everywhere. And in that regard, I would like to put on record our thanks to the County Board that the majority of those buntings and flags came from the Sean O'Hare unit in Letterkenny. I think that's a tribute to the County Board that very worthy establishment in Letterkenny produced those emblems that we all so love to see, and particularly on the canal end on final day. The Chairman mentioned my former colleagues here, and I'm glad to see Councillor Donald McCall, whom I served with, and Brian McNiff, the team mentor, and Francie Cunningham, the County Development Officer, and he omitted to one man who was a predecessor of mine, Paddy McGowan, Big Paddy, who served the County Board and still serves them well. Chairman, I won't delay any longer. There are a long list of speakers, but I would congratulate the lads on a great win, a great success, and you did the county and you did us proud. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Colm. Can I ask Councillor Harry Blaney on behalf of Independent Fianna Fáil to say a few words?
Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to, on this historic occasion, to congratulate, first of all, the county team on achieving what they did achieve on yesterday week in Croke Park. For the first time, we have the Sam Maguire Cup back in Donegal, something that I think all of the people of Donegal would have liked to have seen happening over the years. But now that it has happened, I think we're overawed to some extension by the presence of the Sam Maguire Cup in our county. I think our congratulations go out to the team, to the manager, to the chairman of the county board and the county board itself for achieving what they did achieve on last Sunday week. This just didn't happen overnight. This is something that had been worked on for a long number of years and finally taken to a conclusion. To a conclusion that we all cherished. We all are happy to see that it has taken place. And it's a pride for this county and for the people of the county to have the Sam Maguire Cup come back to the county on this occasion. It will work wonders for this county far beyond our imagination, and we'll only see the fruits of that in the years that lie ahead. The courage and the dedication that the players and the backup team that you have in the county over the years have finally brought the results that we'd all like to have seen. And in saying that to you, I also have in mind that there's still a few years left in most of the team, and a lot of years left in the younger members of the team. I was watching you over the last few years. You were on the brink on many occasions, and I think that next year we were looking forward to not just what has happened in the past, but what you will attain in the future. And I hope that you will be bringing back the Sam Maguire Cup, not alone next year, but the year after, to make it a treble as far as Donegal is concerned. But tonight, I think that congratulations are due to all of those who were associated with this triumph in Croke Park on last Sunday week. And we're hoping that it won't be the last in the very, very near future, that we will be celebrating here, maybe this night, or very nearly this night, 12 months, on another victorious occasion as far as the team and Donegal is concerned. Thank you very much for giving us the pleasure of having been at the match. It was a privilege and an honour to be there and to see on the occasion on last Sunday week what did take place, because on many occasions there have been said that there was only a kick of the ball between the teams. But on this occasion, you made no mistake. There was no kick of the ball between the teams. You were dominant from the start, or almost from the start. And you proved in the end that you were by far the superior team. And we hope that in the next few years that lie ahead, that you will bring back the Sam Maguire Cup a few more years so that we can celebrate. And it will be all the better for this county that we do celebrate. And I'm sure it'll be all the better for the county as far as tourism in particular is concerned. And it's something that maybe people might feel that, we're lacking as far as tourism in this county is concerned. But I think this team and this victory has lifted this county to a height beyond our imagination as far as tourism to the county is concerned. And we're hoping that that will actually bring more tourists into the county, to a county that badly needs them, deserves them, and we will feel proud of the county that will do that, and the team that will do that, and the team that has done it on last Sunday week, and hopefully will do it in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Harry. May I ask Councillor Jim Devaney, on behalf of all the other parties of the Council, to address the meeting.
Mr. Chairman, Madam Deputy Mayor, Minister Gallagher, Dáil Deputies, fellow councillors, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the other councillors, the independents, namely Councillor Seamus Rogers from the Democratic Left, Councillor Fred Call as an independent councillor, Councillor Sean Maloney from the Labour Party, and Councillor Jim Ferry from Sinn Féin, and myself, Jim Devaney, Donegal Progressive Party. Chairman, I would just like to say that I feel extremely inadequate to stand here and talk about the GAA. But at 6 o'clock this evening, I just want to let you into a wee secret. We have a very, very democratic process that exists amongst the councillors here in Lifford. And at 6 o'clock this evening, I was nominated to speak on behalf of my independent colleagues. And when I thought about it, and I thought along the lines of being, I suppose, the most inadequate of the five of us, I then came to the conclusion that I'm not here to talk about the GAA. I'm here to talk and congratulate the members of Donegal in achieving winning the Sam Maguire and bringing it back to Donegal. And I feel that I am, like the other speakers, in a position of authority to congratulate you on a job well done. I'd just like to congratulate you, Brian, for the tremendous amount of work that you put into achieving this great result. It is obvious by the fact that the Cup is here with us in Donegal that you left no stone unturned in bringing out the best in your boys, and you went to Dublin with a team of professionals, and I think that was borne out on Croke Park on the day, because having talked to some of my business colleagues throughout the length and breadth of Ireland, as far as Cork, I think everyone has nothing but admiration for the Donegal team and the professional manner and the way that they conducted themselves on Croke Park on the day. And I think I can say without contradiction that probably it has been the best match that has been played on that ground in the last 25 years from a professional point of view. I watched the match very intently, and I cannot encounter one incident where one of our players even made a wrong move or even made a slip-up. I think it was just tremendous, and it was an inspiration to watch, and I think an inspiration that will instill the entire people of Donegal, and especially the young people, for many years to come. And I would just like to refer back to some of the sentiments here of our county manager, who indicated that he had witnessed many occasions like this in bringing this magnificent cup to County Clare, and I can hopefully say that he will be with us as county manager into the next century, and hopefully as many times he will witness this cup in Donegal as well. I would have to say, Chairman, I don't want to delay, but I would have to say that probably up until now I did not take a very strong interest in GAA. In fact, I don't take a lot of interest probably in soccer or maybe rugby to an extent. But I was amazed to discover that Sam Maguire, a member of the Church of Ireland community like myself, emigrated probably over 100 years ago. And then, as like now, emigration, I suppose, was something that was ongoing. And I think that it's encouraging to discover that one like Sam Maguire, who was forced to emigrate, but nevertheless he never gave up in his native country and its culture and tradition, and that he was inspired to start something that has produced the momentum that it has 100 years from now. And I think that there's a message in it for all of us in what that has achieved, and I think that it's a very appropriate in the past week that we in Donegal would remember that with distinction, that what that man set out to achieve has brought honour to this county and has lifted this county beyond all imagination. And I think it will inspire our young people, not only in the game, but in the life of competition, in employment and in every sphere. And I think that what our team and our young people have brought to us in bringing this cup back to Donegal will have a tremendous knock-on effect for many years to come. And I think that Donegal will have a tremendous knock-on effect as a result of what you people have done for Donegal by winning the Sam Maguire Cup. And closing, I would just like to congratulate our local press and radio for the magnificent way that they covered this in the closing weeks. I think that they were it was very, very professionally done, unbiased, I must say, not unlike some of the national press, because I was very, very annoyed to read, in fact, a full-page coverage on some of the journalists in the Sunday World, where they were giving the indication that our lads were basically a walkover and that Dublin had it in the bag. Well, I think that our lads give our journalists, national journalists in particular, I think they have taught them a word of caution, and maybe in time to come they'll be more cautious about how they rate our team. But again, boys, congratulations. You have done a magnificent job for Donegal. You are remembered, and I think that everyone have nothing but the highest esteem for what you have done, and hopefully that maybe next year we'll be back here to congratulate you again. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much, Jim. Now I'd like to ask Councillor John Gallagher, the Deputy Chairman of Stevandus Council, to address the meeting.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Minister, ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure for me to be here in Donegal tonight, or in Lifford tonight, to congratulate the Donegal team. I first of all must apologise for the Chairman of the Council, who is unable to be here, but he and the Council members send you their heartiest congratulations. Now, in my following of the Gaelic game over this past number of years, I don't want to say what age I am, but a long time. I remember the last time I saw Donegal play Gaelic, it was in Ballybofey some years ago, and I remember a person standing at the back of the hall tonight, Sean O'Donnell, playing at the same game when Charlie Gallagher was playing with Cavan, and that's a fair while back. I hope the man's happy. And it was talked about that it won All Ireland at that stage, but they didn't. But, Mr. Chairman, I think that the team must stand four square with one achievement. Down have brought the Sam Maguire across the border in 3 occasions, but they had lesser opposition than you as the Donegal team had. And I think the achievement that you have achieved is outstanding. And I must say that a lot of people that I've talked to, and nearly everybody is talking about it, your achievement. Because to go into Croke Park and beat Dublin in their own ground is no mean achievement. And you stand with that record. I don't think there is many teams have come from Ulster and done that, although Down is one of them 3 occasions. I know Brian McGowan put on a lot of work into your game, and he is to be congratulated as a standard bearer of Donegal. But I would hope that that wouldn't be the last occasion that you will celebrate the winning of the All Ireland and bringing it from Croke Park and beating a team in the calibre of Dublin. I hope that you be involved. I don't want to say I hope you won, because I know that Tyrone are looking for the All Ireland as well as you are, and I'm sure the rest of the Ulster counties are looking the same. But I hope that you achieve everything that you have achieved, for what you have achieved, and I hope that next year you may bring Sam Maguire back to Donegal. But there's one thing I would like to mention, and I've said it in the council the last night. I would hope that as a member of Strabane and the Strabane people, speaking for the Strabane people, that you'll see fit sometime in the near future to bring the Sam Maguire across that little bridge to Strabane. And I think you will be congratulated and you'll be welcomed with open arms as you are welcomed and congratulated and piloted in Donegal. So I hope that I will see you in Strabane in the very near future. Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you, Councillor Gallagher. Now I ask Councillor Annie Courtney, Deputy Mayor of Derry City Council.
Chairman, Minister, MEP, Councillors, distinguished guests. When the Chairman of Donegal County Council invited the Town Clerk and myself, John Keeney, to come here tonight on behalf of the City Council to join in the celebrations, it's fair to say we're more than delighted to do so. The fact that you beat Derry in the semi-final didn't deter us in the least. And one thing I would say, of course, is a lot have said tonight that we hope that the Sam Maguire Cup stays in Donegal. Well, you know, Derry, we like to fight. We'll be in there fighting for it next year. And if we don't bring it back, our sentiments will remain the same, that we wish you all the very, very best. The fact was that, having attended the semi-final, I think we all came away knowing that the best team on the day had won it. And it takes a wee bit of the sting out of it to know that we were beaten by the champions of Ireland. I wish all of the team under Brian McAniff all the very great success in the future. You've brought an awful lot of credit to the country and to, of course, this part of Ireland. We in Derry salute that. We always like to acknowledge greatness, and there's no doubt that this here is a great achievement for Donegal teams. I think already Strabane have issued an invitation, but I know that the team are probably very tired of all the celebrations, probably enjoying them nevertheless, but being wined and dined and feted on all occasions can be a bit tiring. So we hope that in the very near future you will join with us in Derry City Council at a civic reception, and on behalf of the Council I extend that to you here tonight, and in the meantime wish you all the very best, congratulate you once again. It was a marvellous achievement, and hopefully if we don't achieve it, I hope you will certainly in the years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Courtney. Now I ask Minister of State Paddy McGowan to address the meeting.
Cairle na Cúrla Condy, Hachty Dala, while the Parliament in the Harpa, a Chóilearí, where Derek Colum Killa, Cairle, Balya, Cúrla Balya and Strabane, Cairle Board na Condy, Bannister Arundel na Nal, a Chapchin and Arunchin, agus a Pelladry, agus a Cairle and Kedal Shias Boy Lumsa, Ma Wias a Coronul, Don Cúrla Condy, a Soctan, Corudusa and Shotranona, Hagan Ockage, Tawakta, agus Hagan Ockage, Starwell, agus Pleasure Shaw, agus Jesh Lorha, a Hojdusa, Mar Aristach, Secondi. Boilam Kogaj is the Anu, Livsha Golier, Goharia, Shevsha, a Dimmer, Jadoni Shahacha, agus a Hagan Sam, Arash, Kuji Slavcha, Dunanal. Kuhajas le Capchin and Orin, agus na Pelladry Golier, San Squadchen, le Brain McAniff and Bannister, le Nal McCall, Cairle le Board na Condy, agus Noreen Doherty and Shaw, Rooney, agus Gatanya, a lo Bunchaku, le Shan Sam, a Hocharash, and Dona Shahacha. Mr. Chairman and distinguished guests and most distinguished people of all of you who were associated with the taking the Sam to Donegal for the first time in the 108-year history of Common Lucas Gael. I am pleased and honoured to be part of this civic reception here this evening, and I would like to take the opportunity of thanking my former colleagues on Donegal County Council for giving me the opportunity of expressing my gratitude to all of those involved in bringing Sam to Donegal, and for giving me the opportunity of recording publicly my sincere and humble congratulations to all involved, to the team, to the entire squad, to the management, to the chairman, the secretary and the entire executive, all who played a role not just on Sunday but right back from the beginning of the season and from the day that we all went to Clones to witness that draw, and from then on and made the summer a very short one for us, and hopefully will make the winter one even a shorter winter for us. Congratulations to all involved in whatever capacity they may have played their part. And despite all the predictions prior to Sunday the 20th, you comfortably secured that coveted trophy, the Sam Maguire, which thankfully you brought back to Donegal. We waited a long time. We waited over 100 years. But let's ask the question, was it not worth waiting for? And I believe after that superb performance, you brought it back in real style. You went out onto Croke Park and the views of the many national commentators and sports correspondents as the underdogs. But you displayed to this country, and indeed to Irish people in many parts of the world, in no uncertain terms, that you had the ability to leave Croke Park as heroes. And I would venture to suggest that of all the teams that played in Croke Park in that 108-year history, and it's not just having witnessed the game, but having viewed it 3 times on video since, I would say that when one looks back in the history and in the annals of the GAA finals, that this is possibly the best team that ever played in Croke Park and that ever won the Sam Maguire in that 100-year history. And while we savoured every single minute of those 70 minutes, and indeed all of the hours since then, we have the opportunity of sitting down quite often to watch it on television and to watch every single move almost in slow motion. One would have thought that it was straight from the drawing board or from the textbook. It was played so well and so ably. Of course, there's a secret, and I would venture to suggest that that secret is one of ability by every single member of that squad, who were totally committed and dedicated, and did this not necessarily for themselves, but for their county. And I would suggest that history will record that each and every one of you played a major role and contributed enormously to this great success story. Those who were part of the squad, those on the executive, those on the supporters club, so ably led by Father Brian Quinn, who hopefully is enjoying his golf in far-off Portugal. To all of those people, a sincere word of thanks and gratitude. And while Brian McAniff may have had a difficult job in selecting teams throughout the years, I would venture to suggest that the All-Star selectors will have a very difficult job in selecting an All-Stars, and I would say to them that what they should do, because the best players in Ireland are in Donegal, and they're going to have difficulty in leaving any man off the Donegal team, whether he's from the goalkeeper to the corner forward. This result has come to us in the form of an essential vitamin, and has given all of us, from the youngest in the county to the eldest, a renewed sense of pride in this great county of ours, and that's thanks to you who brought the Sam back to us. Sure, there will be sporting benefits. There will also be commercial benefits which are referred to particularly in the tourist field, and maybe to some of you there may be political benefits as well. And of course, while we can rejoice here this evening, but it's easy for Neil Blaney and Paddy Hart to smile, because when one looks at the players, they're all from southwest Donegal. So it's us in the southwest who have to worry about this. And would you not feel sorry for poor Mary Coughlin and poor Denny McGinley, But whoever decides to go, whether it be from Kellybegs or from Glen or from Ardra or from Ballyshannon or Donegal Town or Killygordon, then I have to worry about two very close to me, Declan Bonner and Tony Boyle. And if they are to be groomed by McCole and McNiff, then what hope have I? And what hope has poor Mary Coughlin in the south if the boys in Kellybegs decide to go, or those in Kilcar or Glen? But I'm very grateful for one thing, that Anthony Molloy, while he hails from Ardra, is domiciled in Kellybegs. And then, Anthony, if you decide to go, let's hope you look for the nomination in the other end of the constituency. And in conclusion, Blaney, there is truth in the rumour that McCole and McAniff were deciding which of them are going for Europe. Marfocal Scar, Mawith Arish, Don Collier Condi, Stockton Jesh, Laura Hodge, Do, Sa Cogarges, Don the Pelladary, Agus Gahalaganya, Aro Bunch, Lesh, and Sam, a Hodge Narash, could you slave shit in the Nal, good Michael.
Thank you, Minister. Could I now ask Mr Noel McCole, Chairman of the GAA County Board, to respond?
Cairle Corla Cumday, Wanister or Corla Cumday, Aristach, Rindamara, was in the Gaeltacht, Last Muir, Dere, Colin Killia, Last Cairle, Corla Balla, Traban, a Corla Cumday, Agus, an Erin, Agus, Foreign Banistiocht, an Erin at Lahar. Tá as an dóin ormsa, bhé lethar an seo a Lifford an ócuid inta specialde agus an ócuid inta starúil seo. Co fathers is aldú, seo an cheadú a riomh, a ró foran, omlan, pelle an seo mar íon a specialde a córla chumda gúna ngáil. Agus tá as an dóin go bhfuil an honor sin tocadúne agus gur madinne na chéad daoine a hanig an seo leis an honor sin áil. Mr. Chairperson, County Manager, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's indeed a pleasure and an honour for me as Chairperson of Donegal GAA County Board to be here present when the members of Donegal County Council and the County Manager and his officials offer a civic reception to the Donegal GAA team. And least anybody thinks that we've been offered this civic reception because we won in Croke Park. The County Council Chairman had contacted me 2 weeks before the All-Ireland final to say, one loser draw, the County Council, its staff and the members were very proud of what Donegal had achieved, and they wished to have a civic reception and honour the county team here. So I thank you, Mr. Chairman. We have had a hectic time this last week. The enthusiasm and the support that's been all over Donegal, the euphoria has never ceased, and indeed we are delighted that we have had the honour of bringing Sam to the northwest of Ireland. We've waited 108 years to see Sam coming to one of the northwest counties, and we in Donegal are particularly delighted that the honour fell to Donegal. Indeed, in the beginning of the year, it looked like it could have been Tyrone or Derry. We weren't that worried about them. We were quietly confident from the word go, and you people that have known Brian McInniff, the burning ambition and passion that he had to get Sam into this county, you would have known that we were going to leave no stone unturned. I want to thank all the previous speakers for the very kind remarks that they have made concerning the management and the team and all associated with our historic achievement in Croke Park. We have been working very hard to try and achieve this success, and we hope that in these difficult economic times that we have helped the economy of this county, because, as some of the previous speakers mentioned, the display of bunting and flags that's all over the county and was very evident in the canal end of Croke Park. We know in the county board that quite a lot of that was made within the county. Unfortunately, we weren't able to churn it out quick enough, and indeed in the latter days before we went to Croke Park, the people who were coming in from outside the county. If Donegal continue this success, I hope some of you councillors put your thinking caps on, and maybe there is an opening there for some small industry to help the economy of the county and manufacture things associated with football, be the key rings or all the other items that people like to collect. We hope that we'll also help the tourism industry in this county, and indeed it was mentioned to me the latter part of last week that Donegal winning the All-Ireland was a terrific bonus to people who are involved in the tourist industry, and it was a God's blessing after such a very poor season. We hope that the name of Donegal will be carried worldwide, not alone in this country or in the European countries, but all over the world, and that people will come to see the beauty of the hills of Donegal. And indeed, the hills of Donegal have been prominent in all the writings about Sam Maguire coming to this county, so we hope that we have done our part. Indeed, I met a woman from America yesterday, and she told me McGee played very well on Sunday. I decided to ask her where was he playing or what was he like, and as soon as she started to talk, it wasn't long till I realised that he was a fellow Ross's man. It was the little redhead in the corner she had christened McGee. The GAA has a great association here with the council. There are members here who have served as officers of the county board. Seamus Rogers here beside me has occupied the same position as myself. Danny Harkin down there was our treasurer for a while. Conal Boyle I know has played, and I know many others have great association among the council members. And indeed, among the council staff, Shanna Donald down there was one of our most famous players and indeed manager of the county team for a while. Ben, somewhere there, also played for the county, and of course somebody mentioned, I think it's the chairman of the council, that Charlie Faulkner has not alone served this council well, but served the Donegal GAA board well for a long number of years. And Charlie, I'm delighted that you're here present as well. I know that Pat the Cope is worried. He disposed of me, sent me into the Donegal GAA board to get me out of the way. I know he's working hard on Declan and Tony at the moment to keep them out of the road. But there's one councillor that's working much harder. Maureen Doohan is sitting down there between the two of them. I don't know what she's whispering in their ear, but I know she's going to make sure there'll be no challenge from the two boys on her end. I'm delighted to see all the councillors, having served here for a number of years, you all united in this moment of greeting the county team here. I know myself that things don't run smoothly in the council at all times. I'm delighted to see you all smiling, so quiet, and giving a great impression to the people here present. And indeed, our own team members are unusually quiet because they're not all like that as well. But on this occasion, we are all united, and indeed, our victory united all the sporting organisations within the county. They all came out and supported us, and I would like to put it on record here how grateful we are to all the different codes of sport within this county that came and supported us. And in the final analysis, we're all Donegal people. When I was co-opted onto the council way back in 1967, John Kelly was the person who proposed me at that time, and the late Paddy McGowan seconded. And of course, I think he's the senior member of the council at the moment. Bernard McGlinchey was there, and he introduced me as a blood brother. Both our parents were born in Rutland Island. I don't know what he was going to try to get me to do at that particular time. Knowing Bernard, he had something in mind. Delighted to see you here, and he has been a terrific stalwart down through the years, and of course is very proud of the Rutland Island connection of Manus Boyle, his cousin. Finally, may I say that two of our members are in part-time work. One is in seasonal work, and the other one is being let go from his job on Friday week. I would ask you people out there, if you know if jobs that are available, and they are the two youngest members in our panel, Noel Hegarty and Tony Boyle, that anybody out there could ensure that these boys would be kept in the county. They have a long footballing career ahead of them, and it would be in our interest and the interest of the whole county if we could guarantee and maybe secure permanent jobs for these two lads. So there's my plea to you all here present. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Noel. Now ask Mr. Brian McInniff, the team manager, to address.
Mr. Chairman, Donegal County Council, County Manager, Minister, members of the Oireachtas, Deputy Mayor Derry, Deputy Chairman of the Strabane Council. I don't know many more distinguished guests there are here. Members of the County Council, staff of the County Council and friends. I hope I have everyone covered. It's a great pleasure and a great privilege to be here this evening with the Sam Maguire Cup. I spent some 3 happy years in Lifford, and I suppose I've said more in the last couple of moments than I said in my total period in Lifford. But then I'm much happier at what I'm at now than I was then. It was a great occasion on Sunday week last to be a Donegal person, and when I speak about being a Donegal person, with due respect to the people behind, it was a great day for the North West. When we left the county on Saturday week last, we crossed at Pedigo, and the people in Pedigo, it's not the wealthiest area in the county, gathered together and they gave us 30 of the scratch card lotto numbers. We didn't have a lot of luck, but we would have spoken about the gesture of the people of Pedigo, where unemployment would be maybe as high as 50%. And we'd resolved within ourselves for some weeks beforehand, particularly on the eve and the day of the match, that for the people of Pedigo particularly, and the people of Donegal generally, that we were not going to be found wanting in any aspect of our play on Sunday week against Dublin and Croke Park. And it was for the people of Donegal, and Mark McHugh, even though he wasn't captain of the side, would have referred many times
that we were not going to let down the people of Donegal, that we had a job to do and that we hadn't done it in the past, and now was the time. And this was the platform where we would show our skills that we had accomplished over many, many months of hard work and many years of hard work for some of them. And it was a great day for myself to be manager for such a side, because in the past much great work was done, and I look at Sean O'Donnell down to my left-hand side, and he worked in difficult times. It's easy to work when times are good, but there were difficult times as well in Donegal when football wasn't of a great standard, and Sean put his shoulder to the wheel in those years, and those things have to be recognised. And also recognising Sean, I'd like to recognise Charlie Faulkner for the great work Charlie done and for the great job he done at Croke Park, because those things as well need to be recognised. There are many other members of the GAA here from past and present, and Noel has recognised some of those, so I won't go down that road. But on behalf of the management staff, of which are here present tonight, Anthony Harkin, who made a great job of getting the team so fit. Anthony. I'll skip quickly through the rest. Michael Lafferty and Seamus Boner, who's in Dublin. Our physio, Karen Crawford, a lady from Sligo. Angela McMenamin, a native of Ballybofey, now residing in Killybegs. And of course, Noreen Doherty from the Finn Valley as well, our county secretary. And when we talk about the 16 players that played in Croke Park, it wasn't 16 that played in Croke Park. I can assure you folk here that there were 26 people involved. It was the long slog after the defeat against the Dublin team in the quarter-final when we came out of Breffni, and within ourselves we decided that we would go back to Donegal town, and it happened to be the wettest and dirtiest night that came all year. And when Anthony left us for an hour and a half afterwards, we decided that we had gone to the bottom. We had been like an alcoholic. We had hit the deck. We had gone down as low as we could, and from there we gained strength. We gathered the momentum and we took it by the scruff of the neck, and we went on from there. I hope that we in Donegal, and I'm speaking as a Donegal person here, that the lift that has given the county over not only the past week but in the run into the final, the lift that has been there will generate great things for the county. As a person deeply involved in tourism, I know that it will benefit tourism, but there are other things, and all mentioned employment as such, and that's something that's very dear to all our hearts here within the squad. That if it in any way could benefit the people here in Donegal in that respect, we would have done a greater job, because football is one thing, but employment is another, and immigration is the greatest catastrophe that has ever hit this county, as you well know. And when I would mention that, I would also say that when we won it for the people at home, we also mentioned the people abroad, some that had travelled, but some that didn't have the opportunity to travel. For those as well, it was very much foremost in our thoughts that day in the dressing room in Croke Park, when we left to go out onto the pitch in Croke Park, for the people abroad that didn't have the opportunity either to work nor be in attendance. So it was very much a Donegal win in that respect on Sunday, and it was a great occasion. If I mention one village in particular, last Tuesday night we came into the village of Kilcar. There were many great receptions. When we walked behind the junior band to the strands of O'Donnell Abu, it was a great occasion to be a Donegal man. And I would like to, on behalf again of the squad and the backup team and the county board, to say a very big thank you to you, the people here, for recognising our achievement. And I only hope that in years to come that we can go from strength to strength, not only in a football field but in all different spheres, whether it's tourism or development within the county. Thank you for your
Thank you, Brian. Now ask Anthony Molloy, the team captain, to address the meeting.
Chairman of the Donegal County Council, County Manager and distinguished guests, I've given a great pleasure in bringing, I suppose, the greatest prize in Gaelic football back to here in Lifford tonight, and that's the Sam Maguire Cup here. I must say I'm very honoured indeed, and I suppose I'm somewhat lucky, to captain this very unique bunch of lads, and I must say that the greatest bunch of lads you'll ever work with. And I'd just like you to give them another big round of applause there. it has been a great experience, indeed, for us all. You know, the week leading up to the match itself, and the week after the match. It's an experience that we'll never ever forget, and we'll probably carry it with us to our graves. There's just a few people I'd like to thank. I'll not start thanking all the county board again, because I think I done that last Sunday, and at this stage I'm just getting sick looking at someone. I would just hope that's taken in the right frame of mind. I'd just like, first of all, to apologise for some of the lads that can't make it here tonight. They're otherwise engaged in that. And I must tell Pat the Cope as well, and Mary Coughlin, they have no fears at all, because I wouldn't like their job. But I would just like to thank you all very, very much for this very fine reception here tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Anthony. I now ask Councillor Paddy McGowan to make a presentation to each individual member of the panel, and I'll call them out in the order that they appeared on the programme on the day, starting number 1 with Gary Welsh. Gary's a bit. We'll give this a try. So we'll just revise this slightly. Anthony Molloy. And Barry McGowan. Noel Haggerty. John Joe Doherty. Donald Reid. James McHugh. Martin McHugh. Joyce McMullen. Declan Bonner. Tony Boyle. Paul Carr. Sylvester Maguire. Tommy Ryan. Paul Callahan. And Brian McAniff. And finally, we'll ask the county manager, chairman, and the chairman of the team manager and team captain to sign the memorial of a civic reception accorded. Just finally, can I thank the members of the press who came along here tonight, to Eileen Magner, RTE, to the Gardaí for their assistance, to our own staff who prepared the room here tonight for the presentation, to Paddy McGowan for the caterer, and to everyone else who helped us here tonight. Thank you very much.
Thanks a million. Okay.